Hi, my friends. Come with me as I get ready today. Another beautiful day that the Lord has made. I have my Bible as well, which I want to give us some encouragement from it because I know that we all are facing hardships, and no matter what your battle looks like, it is not overlooked by the Lord. Like the Lord sees you. He knows what it is that you are going through, and He understands your pain. And sometimes we think that the Lord doesn't understand because if He did, He wouldn't have me going through what I'm going through. And those can be like beliefs in our minds as to thinking that God is too busy or that He doesn't care. And so then we start living life on our own, essentially, and we don't necessarily trust Him. And when we experience pain, that will show whether or not we trust him. Because a lot of times we want to get out of our own pain without trusting in the Lord. And that can be a scary thing because then we're doing things apart from him. And we think that we need to do it in our own strength. But that's not true. We don't need to do it in our own strength. For my Bible, it's a women's study Bible, and it talks about a woman of strength. And one of them, it comes from Proverbs 31:10 through 31. And it says, manages her household well. Wow. When you think about managing your own household, how does it look? Because we can mistakenly think that we need to work like all the time, and that can make us not want to do things at home. I can understand that because that's the situation that I'm actually in right now, where I have a 40-hour job, and it's very tiresome to want to come home and do any housework. Um, and it's not saying housework, it's saying household. And I really want to emphasize that because household is what? Also your finances. It's managing yourself. It's delegating. It's saying what needs to be done in order for the house to be sufficient, in order for it to be working, in order for everyone to be on the same page. So it's not that you're the only one who needs to do the house. It's that you're a manager of the house. Like you help and you communicate as to what needs to be done within your own home. And everyone's home is going to look different. So if that means you need help with the dishes, if that means you need help with household stuff because you work that 40-hour job, that means we need to ask. We need to let them know, hey, can you do this? Is this something you can do? Or I need help with this. Because when we do not communicate our needs or our wants within the home, we can mistakenly hold grudges. And that's where resentments come from because we're not communicating. And so we don't need to not communicate because, we're fearful of maybe what might be said or done, but we need to communicate so others know what we need. And it's okay to express your needs. And sometimes we don't do that enough, ladies. We just think that if we want it done, we need to do it right or we need to do it ourselves. Um, but allowing others to do what they do and allowing them to fail at it if it's not our way, it's okay, right? Not thinking that it needs to be our way. And because everyone's capable, even if it looks different, which I really love. Um, it's allowing them to do it their way. And then if it's something else that you would want to do, you could go behind them and clean and do it or whatever it needs to be done. But without saying anything and without making them feel bad. That can be hard for us to do. But managing your household is great. The other one is works willingly with her hands. So when you think about working with your hands, how and what are you making or doing? For me, it's social media. It is putting things out there that makes me feel creative. And eventually, I would love to learn how to crochet and do those sort of things. So I really, when time and when God wills for the opportunities, I'm so gonna take advantage of it? Um, but it's like basically being willing to do what is in your own hands. So whatever it is that you're able to do for yourself, for your home, for the marketplace, allowing yourself to do things that are within your control. When we think about things not being in our control, we cannot control other people's thoughts, words, emotions, their behaviors. We can't control them, but we can control what is in our own hands to do. So allowing yourself to build what is in my lane, right? A lot of times we want to look to see what everyone else is doing, but what is God calling you to do? So not allowing those distractions to get in the way of what He's already put in your hands. I absolutely love that because we can mistakenly think that we need to be like so and so without building ourselves up in the Lord of how He sees us, of what He's already given to us. So you are strong, ladies. You are super strong because He's given you managerial skills. He's given you everything you need in order to lead well. You are a natural born leader. And so don't grow weary of doing good, right? Because we can. And again, it comes from pain that we don't know how to manage our grief. And I'm saying this from experience, of course, that sometimes we hold things that don't belong to us. And sometimes we can take that anger, that grief, the anger from the grief, and we can turn it inwards and we can think that something's wrong with us because of that pain. But God knows what to do with your pain, and He will help you through it. You don't need to take matters into your own hands. You can trust in Him because He is faithful. Kind of want some shiny. Something shiny. And just remind yourself to praise Him, rejoice in Him, because He loves you so much and He will get you through the pain. Oh, where's the lash? Well, my friends, I have a Mary Kay party that I'm gonna go off to today. Super excited to bless these ladies who are in a residential home for addictions. And I get to share my testimony. I am 17 years sober. So I am super grateful for every opportunity that I get to bless others. So if you know anyone that would love to be blessed and encouraged, send them my way or come with me and I'd love to make it happen and bless them with skincare and a complimentary facial. I hope you all have a wonderful day.